I'm really excited to share this video. This is going to be about two distance running athletes who run 1 and 2 miles in track and they run cross country. They're only sophomores in high school, and we're going to go over how they have improved their times in the last year from their last cross country season to where they are now in 2024 compared to 2023. They've been training with ATG and myself since November of last year. They've done as much as 5 days a week. Right now they're training 3 days a week with me, sometimes just twice, but they're training at least twice a week and have been consistent now for 10 months. And what we're going to go over is just their times from last year to this year, and I think it's pretty remarkable. So we're going to start with the female athlete. As a freshman, 2023, in her first race, she ran a 24:15. The same race, same course, as a sophomore, she ran a 21:46. She ran it about 2.5 minutes faster. Her second race, she ran a 25:05. Second race this year, she ran a 21:37. She increased her time by 3 minutes and 28 seconds. Her third race, she ran a 22:57. This year, she ran a 21:11. She increased her time by 1:46. And this meet, the third meet, is a really big meet. It's the Michigan State University Invitational. And she went from 57th place as a freshman to this year as a sophomore, she went to 12th place. So she jumped 45 places this year. I think that's amazing. And then in her last meet, she ran in 2023 a 23:47. And then this year at the same meet, same course, she ran a 20:46, 3-minute increase. So she's improved at least 1:45 per race, and some of them have been over 3 minutes. That's amazing. And what she's done is she's trained with her school. Okay, so she's a Newaygo athlete who runs cross country and runs distance in track, the 1 and 2 mile. And so she does their practices after school. She works with the team, does what their coaches tell her to do. But then she's also had this ATG. David, our other athlete, he is, I'm going to go over his times from last year to this year. First race last year ran a 21:19. First race this year ran an 18:39, 2.5 minutes faster. Second race last year, 20:15, same course, ran an 18:18 this year, almost 2 minutes faster. Third race of the year, the Michigan State Invitational. He ran a 19:53 as a freshman, and then a 17:50 as a sophomore. He cut off 2 minutes and 3 seconds. And as a freshman, he took 152nd place. As a sophomore, he took 20th. He jumped 132 places in 1 year. That's amazing to me. That's impressive. And in the last race that he had last week, in 2023, 18:59, down to an 18:14. So he ran it 45 seconds faster, okay? So they've ran 4 races this year, and this has been just their time so far. So we'll keep tracking this. But after 4 races, I feel like it's pretty obvious to see like they're running considerably faster. Now, what does ATG have to do with that, and how we work with what we call scalability? So what we try to do is scale the ability of exercises that these kids do, because as they scale ability in these exercises, we think, we know, and we believe that as they improve in these exercises, then they will improve these numbers, okay? And it can be for different sports, but it's nice because cross country is measurable. It's timed. You can't deny that they're running faster, okay? So exercises that they've increased on, exercises like pushing the sled, ATG split squats, which is our knees over toes lunge, exercises like the Nordic for the hamstring, exercises like the hip flexor raise, exercises like the tib bar and calf raises, seated good mornings, ATG squats, reverse step ups, chin ups, dips, shoulder rotation, pullovers. And there's more than that, but that's like a base 15 to 20 exercises that they have done immensely better on. So for both of them, split squats was very difficult for them at first, and they were just doing body weight. Now they both do them loaded with anywhere between 10 and 35 pounds in their hands, so increasing the weight from 20 to 70 pounds, okay? The Nordics, they've done measurably more distance, being able to fight and build the hamstring strength. Hip flexors, they put more weight on. Tib bar, they put more weight on. Calf raises, they've gotten stronger at. Seated good morning, they've added more weight. ATG squat, the male athlete, when he started, he was barely doing the bar, 45, maybe 65 pounds tops. and now he can rep out 115 pounds. So he's almost doubled the amount of weight that he can squat. Reverse step-ups they've both improved on. They're both now doing chin-ups at a high level. The male athlete, he can do 10 pull-ups at a time. And the female athlete, I've seen her get four reps in a row before. And then dips, they both improved immensely on. Shoulder rotations, pull over, same thing. They have just increased their weight for those exercises. So, what ATG does for athletes, and these two in particular are a good testament to that, is you perform your sport, you practice your sport, whether it's football, cross country, soccer, basketball. You have your practices, you get the stimulus of the sport, and then you mix in ATG 3 days a week. Some athletes can do more, some athletes a little bit less, but 3 days a week is a really good general standard. It's only 3 hours a week to make huge improvements, I feel like. And you don't see it in the first week, but you get 1% better each week, 1% better each week. And so these two are at about 45 weeks of doing this training consistently, and they're seeing times where they are blowing their times from their freshman year away now that they're sophomores. So I'm just extremely proud of these two athletes and their dedication to the work, but also the fact that the work works, and that's why I want to share that with people. So if you're curious about the training and does it work, we have measurements that these kids are improving incrementally. If they keep improving at this rate, which I intend them to do, and I'm sure they intend to do, they'll be looking at winning races. And the female athlete, she won her first race just last week for the first time. She had never won a race before, going back to middle school or high school. So that's what can happen when you do this type of training. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have questions, please ask. If you want to get your children or your coach or an athlete who wants to get signed up with ATG and start working in this program, I offer online courses, I offer in-person training, and I even have hybrid programs, a mix of in-person and online. So there's many ways to get this. The important thing is the kids get their reps and play their sport. If they do that, they will improve. I have not seen the opposite ever happen yet. So let's make more kids ATG, be able to train ATG so they can just become better athletes, more holistic athletes, not worry about injuries, and be able to play their sports with full capacity. Thank you.